On behalf of Sri Tilak Jain Junior College, myself, Mr. Nagaraj sir, is going to take a lecture on current electricity chapter. So now students, we have already studied current electricity chapter in 11th standard also. Now again we are going to study in the 12th standard. Why? What is the reason? The reason is simple. In 11th standard we have studied the basic only. Now when we are going in the next class, means we are advancing. When we are advancing in the new class, this means that the chapter will also be an advanced chapter only. So what is the difference or what is the change we are going to study in this chapter? So let us see in the introduction few basic things regarding 11th standard, and now what we are going to study in the 12th standard. First of all, now if you look here, I am showing that there are three types of conductors which we have studied. One is called as the good conductor, one is called as the bad conductor, and third is semiconductor. Now, when I say that these are the conductors, then these conductors which we classify it depends on what condition? It depends upon the electrical property. Then what is the electrical property? It is the conductor which allows the current or electrons to flow through it, whether smoothly, whether randomly, or whether not at all, means blocking it. So depending upon this electrical property, we say that three types of conductors we have studied in 11th standard. Now when we say that electrical property, this means that this electrical property is giving rise to a resistance, and depending upon the value of resistance, we are saying that the values of conductor resistance is 0, insulator is infinity, and in case of semiconductor it lies between both of these, that is from 0 to infinity, and hence we term it as a resistance. Now resistance was explained by Ohm, no doubt, but now when we consider the resistances, these resistance are seen in different circuits. In 11th standard we have seen how to calculate the effective resistance. The method which we have used to find the effective resistance was of two types. One is called as the series combination method, one is called as the parallel combination method. And from this two combination we have derived two different formulas. Effective resistance in series, Rs is equal to, if we take two resistances R1 and R2, then Rs is equal to what? R1 plus R2. But when I say that in case of parallel mode connection, the effective resistance is Rp is equal to R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. This is the basic things already we have learnt in 11th standard. Now when we go in the above class, that is 12th standard, this means that we are advancing to a new study. What is that? It is nothing but a complex connections. Here I have written that complex connections of electrical components used in the circuit. Then what is the complex connection? number of electrical components. It may be resistances, it may be capacitors, it may be inductors, and whatever it may be. But everyone has his own resistance. And then when we make circuits, then a tediousness comes into the picture. How? Now, example I will give you. If you look in case of this complex connection, if you open the TV circuit, you will find that there are a number of circuits. Now, very simple logical explanation I will give for that. If you look, there are various circuits. One is for running the picture, one is used for receiving the signal, that is we call it as the receiver circuit, one is called as the transmitter circuit, one is called as the sound circuit. There are multiplexes because you are operating number of channels. So if you want to run the sound speakers, there also you need the other circuit. So entirely all these different circuit, they are connected together. Now if you look, maximum current is required to run the sound of this TV. So there the current will be maximum. But when you are going to take input signal from the we call it as electromagnetic wave, which is coming from the stations, there the current is required is very small. So if you check each and every circuit, demands are different regarding the currents. So hence what we see that these complex circuits, we had to make it simple, and we want to convert this complex circuit to simple circuit. We cannot use the old method, that is of rule of series and parallel combination of resistors. So hence, to achieve this program or to achieve this target, it is done by means of Kirchhoff law. Kirchhoff has formulated these two laws. One is called as the Kirchhoff current law, one is called as the Kirchhoff voltage law. It is abbreviated as KCL, it is abbreviated as KVL. So these are the natural two laws which are used to convert the complex circuit to simple circuit. Now, this is what is required for the introduction. Now, actually, we'll start for the current electricity. For that current electricity, now here I am making use of Kirchhoff law of electrical network. This I want to study. Before going to electrical network means what? Electrical circuit. Now Kirchhoff law of electrical circuit, this is the title. But before going for this study, basic few terms, that is I have mentioned here. One is junction, one is loop, one is called as the branch. Now if you see these three terms, what is meant by junction, what is meant by loop, what is meant by branch. Now if you see this figure, this is for your understanding purpose. You see there are two resistances, R1, R2, and this is the battery EMF E. All of them are connected by wires. And when they are connected by wires, you find that when two components are, now see here, if R1 and R2 are connected together, this point A is called as the junction. When you connect the battery E and R1, then B is also called as the junction. So this means any point in the circuit, here A and B, where two or more conductors are joined together. That is called as junction. आता जंक्शनचं सोपं उदाहरण द्यायचं ठरलं आपल्या भाषेत. उदाहरणार्थ माणिकदवंडी चौक. चौक चौक म्हणजे जंक्शन. मग काय, ह्या पॉईंटला एक रस्ता पाथर्डी शहरातून येतो, एक आष्टीकडनं येतो, एक आनंदनगरमधनं येतो, एक अहमदनगरवरनं येतो. ज्या पॉईंटला दोन किंवा दोनपेक्षा जास्त रस्ते मिळतात त्याला चौक म्हणतो. आणि दिस चौक इज नथिंग बट दिस जंक्शन. सो first basic term in this electrical network which we require is junction. So I hope that junction, once again I will explain you, any point in the circuit where two or more conductors are joined together is called as the junction. Now second is the loop. Now what is mean by loop? Any close conducting path in the electrical network is called as the loop. Now this circuit, if you see that it is forming a loop, एक माळी type. Starting point is the ending point. Take from anywhere. If you take it from A point by means of wire, you are connecting R1 to B EMF E. From EMF it is being connected to R2. So you find that when you start from A, you again ends in A, and therefore the circuit which forms this type of nature, that is called as the loop. There is another word that is called as the mesh. So terms, it is choice is yours whether to use loop or whether to use mesh. So hence keep in mind, any close conducting path in an electrical network is called as the loop. आता उदाहरण द्यायचं झालं त्याचंही सिंपल उदाहरण द्यायचं येईल. आपल्या गळ्यातली माळ जी असते जप करण्याची, त्याच्यातही मणी असतात. Money you may consider components, and dora you may consider as a wire, and any close, if you start doing the jump, ज्या पॉईंटपासून सुरुवात केली पुन्हा आपण त्याच पॉईंटला येतो. Therefore this is called as the माळ, and in our language of electronic we term it as a loop or a mesh. Now last is the branch. Now what is this branch? Any part of the network that lies between two junction is called as. Now if you see that now here there are 4 resistances, 1 2 3 4. Okay, I have not named it. There are 2 batteries here and here, 3 batteries. Now they are connected in such a way that you see that point A is forming one junction and point B is forming another junction. So naturally, due to these 2 junctions, 2 types of network are formed. Hence now 3 branches are formed. Now you see. Now what is the branch? Now in between A and B, if you see that, you can go by this way also. You can straight away go by this way also, and you can also go by this way. आता we can go by this way म्हणजे ज्या रस्त्याने आपण जाऊ शकतो त्याला पाथ म्हणतो. आणि मग पाथ किती झाले? 1 2 आणि 3. ज्यावेळेस 3 पाथ झाले याचा अर्थ काय झाला? 3 branches. There are 3 modes which we go from A to B. So you can travel from A to B by three modes: this way, or this way. So hence this is known as the branch. Now we are going to see next article, that is called as Kirchhoff current law. Now in Kirchhoff current law, this first law it is, we also call it as current law, and this law is very simple to keep in mind. So first of all, what is the definition of this current law? Now if you look, here I have written also, but if you look to this mathematical equation, on base of this equation, if you remember this equation, you can easily write the definition. So it is nothing but summation of I is equal to 0. What is the meaning of this? Summation means algebraic sum. I stands for electric current, and at any junction is 0. Now, how it can be explained? It is very simple to explain this current law. Now this at the center, you see that the P is the point. That point is called as the junction, choke. Now in this choke, if you see that, these are the 5 ways. These are all 5 ways. Now here you see that. Number 1 way, we call it as I1. Second way is I2. Third is I3. Fourth is I4. And fifth is I5. All these different roads are coming and joining the point P, where P is known as junction. Now there is a possibility that on these 5 roads there will be currents may be coming towards P and some may be leaving the point P. This means that at the end of the day you will find that at point P nobody is there in the choke. All of them have left. This means that throughout the day, number of travelers, they are coming from any way, but they are not resting or they are not halting here. At the end of the day, I said that you will find that nobody will be there in this choke. They have left there by their own way. So now, for example, I have shown that there are 3 incoming, that is, I have marked by stars. First is I1 is the current which is coming to the P. I3 is the second way coming to the P. And I5 is the third way which is coming toward the P. So these are called as the incoming currents at junction. This means that they have to go to somewhere else, or I may say that they are going to different destinations. So those paths are represented as I2 and I4. This means that all of these 3 currents, when they are coming at point P, they may get distributed either in I4 and I5. But after some interval of time, we find that there is no current at the point P. So hence, we say that algebraic sum of the current at any junction is equal to 0. Hence, this is called as the current law. Now, we want to explain in the mathematical form. So we call it by means of sign conventions. So the incoming currents, that is I1, I3 and I5, these are called as the incoming currents. They are taken positive. Their sign are positive. Whereas I2 and I4, they are outgoing currents. They are taken as negative from the junction. So writing in the mathematical form, see that sine of I1 is positive, sine of I3 is positive, sine of I5 is positive, sine of I2 which is going outside is negative, sine of I4 which is going outside is negative. So sum of all this is equal to 0 according to the current law. Therefore, I1 plus I3 plus I5 is equal to I2 plus I4. Rearranging the terms, we come to the conclusion that current flowing toward the junction is equal to sum of the current flowing away from the junction. Means whatever the current is coming toward the junction, it is nothing but all this current is going out from this junction, and that is called as sum of the currents flowing away from the junction. So this is known as Kirchhoff law. It is very simple. Basically, for 2 marks, this question may be asked in your exam. The first 1 mark for Kirchhoff current law, and second is for Kirchhoff voltage law. Now KVL, abbreviation Kirchhoff voltage law. This voltage law, if you see the definition, it is very simple. It is algebraic only, mathematical part only. In closed loop of electrical network, closed loop of electrical network, what happens? We take the algebraic sum of the potential difference for all the components. We take the algebraic sum of the potential difference for all the components. Summation of IR we call it. Algebraic sum म्हणजे summation. Potential difference म्हणजे V is equal to IR for those components except batteries, except EMFs. So this is shortly termed as summation of IR. Next, there are batteries also which are present in the circuit. So all those batteries sum is also considered. So therefore, the algebraic sum of potential difference for all the components, that is resistances, maybe capacitors, maybe inductors, and second is that sum of all the values of EMFs. So if you take the sum of all these, the answer comes out to be, or must come out to be 0. And when it comes out to be 0, this means that it is a Kirchhoff voltage law. So hence, Kirchhoff voltage law, again one or more small article is to be explained. In that you will come to know how the potential difference, how the summation of E plays an important role, that we will study now. Now boys, we are going to apply the law, that is Kirchhoff law. Now this is the circuit. If you look it properly, you will come to know that the circuit A, B, C, D, E, F, again back to A. Now, in this circuit, now if you use the basic term junction, now you can understand. Now this point B and this point E forms a junction. And due to this junction, there are 3 different ways you can go from B to E. That is, you may go by this via this way, you may go by via this way to this way, or you may go straight also. So these are the 3 paths. Now here if you look, 5 resistances are being used, R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. two batteries are used, E1 and this is E2. Due to this E1 and E2, two currents are formed, I1 and I2. Now the directions of the currents are shown. From the above side, it is seen that it is coming down. From the battery 2, E2, the current is going in the above direction. When it comes at B junction, current from above side and from the bottom side, they enters into this path, forming a sum of those two currents, I1 plus I2. Now, what we are going to do is that we want to apply the voltage law, that is Kirchhoff voltage law. So how to apply it? Because we want to give the sign to each and every current and potential difference, because we have studied that second law, that is the voltage law, summation of potential difference plus summation of EMF is equal to 0. Now when this current I1 enters this to second number resistance, this means that I1 R2 forms a potential difference. If you see this current I2, when it enters R4, this also forms a potential difference. When the sum of the current I1 plus I2 enters R3, again it also forms a potential difference. This means that how many potential differences are formed? Due to R1, due to R2, R3, R4 and R5. 5 potential differences are formed. Okay. And how many currents are there? I1 and I2 due to EMF E1 and E2. So we want to take the sum of these two batteries. Sum of EMFs we call it. But now which one will be positive, which one will be negative, we have to determine it. And there is some conventions, that is some agreements, some you may call it as rules. So what are those rules? Sign convention while we are tracing a circuit. Now we want to trace a circuit. Tracing a circuit means what? Anyway, means when you are going to consider the current flowing through the circuit in one, because here there are how many now? 3 loops. A, B, C, D, E, F, A. This is the outer loop. There are 2 half loops, A, B, E, F, A. And third is B, C, D, E, B. So this means that in one circuit we are having 3 loops. Outer one, half of. So there are 3. Now we want to give the sign convention. So here I have written for the understanding purpose, so that no complications will take place. Easy to understand. DOT means what? Direction of tracing. Direction of tracing म्हणजे काय? तुम्ही ज्या मार्गाने पाऊलवाट तुमची पडली किंवा तुम्ही ज्या मार्गाने ज्या दिशेने चाललाय, ज्या दिशेने करंट फ्लो होतोय, that is called as the direction of tracing. For my understanding purpose, I had taken, for outer loop I had taken from A, B, C, D, E, F, A. म्हणजे माझं कसं असणार? ह्या पद्धतीने. That is anti-clockwise direction. Now, you can take also clockwise also, there is no problem. But now for the understanding purpose, I had taken it from the outer. This is the outer method. Okay. Now we want to first of all find all those potential difference. 5 potential differences are there. Due to R1, due to 2, R4, R3, R4 and R5. Now I want to give the signs to them. So what is the logic we are going to use? Now here I have said that DOT means what? Direction of tracing. This is the arrow. Direction of walking. You may say that traveling. This is not as the direction of tracing. CCF, conventional current flow. In the circuit the arrows are shown here. The direction of this arrow are called as the conventional current flow. So we have to check that these two directions, one direction is of direction of tracing and one direction is of conventional current flow. So whether they are in the same direction or whether they are in the opposite direction, depending upon this direction, we are going to give the signs. So here, now first of all, we know that voltage law, potential difference plus sum of EMF. Now potential difference signs I want to give. Naturally two signs will be there, either it will be positive or either it will be negative. If I am saying this direction of tracing and conventional current flow, if they are same, म्हणजे हे डायरेक्शन आणि हा करंटचा डायरेक्शन, if they are same, then sign is negative. Sign is negative. लक्षात आलं काय? Direction of tracing, this direction of tracing and this direction of current, if they are same, then you give the negative sign. That is, when this I1 flows through R2, the sign of this I1 R2 will be what? Minus. Okay. So, and if they are opposite, means direction of tracing and the direction of flow of current, if they are opposite, then it will be positive. म्हणून इथं आम्ही काही लिहिलंच नाही मुद्दाम, एक लक्षात ठेवण्यासाठी का if the direction of tracing is same as the current flow, this means negative sign. And in case of EMF, when it will be positive and when it will be negative. If the direction of tracing is from negative terminal of the battery to the positive terminal of the battery, then that battery is taken as positive. आता हे बघा, हे डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग कशी आहे? अशी, म्हणजेच आता अशी जाऊन अशी येणार, म्हणजे हे डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग कुठून चाललं आहे? मायनसपासून प्लसकडे चाललं आहे. हे बघा, ही डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग आहे, अशी चालली. आता कुठं घुसली? मायनसमध्ये. मायनसपासून कुठून निघते? बाहेर प्लसला. मग इथं मी काय लिहिलं आहे? इफ डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग इज फ्रॉम नेगेटिव्ह terminal to positive terminal of EMF, it is taken as positive, otherwise negative. So it is clear that how we are going to take the signs positive and negative in the equation. So let us understand. Now here I said that this circuit is forming three loops. Outer loop, first half upper loop, second half lower loop. So first outer loop we are going to study. Here it is said that A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Now, or you may directly also say that A, C, D, F, corner points also you can take it. Now in this way, आता पहिल्यांदा कोणता रेजिस्टन्स येतोय? आता ए पासून सुरुवात आहे, म्हणजे पहिला रेजिस्टन्स R2 आला. यात करंट कोणता आहे? I1 R2. हे बघा, I1 R2. पण डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग आणि करंट फ्लोची डायरेक्शन कशी आहे? याच्यानुसार सेम. मग नेगेटिव्ह, म्हणजे माझा हा काय आला? I1 R2 इज टेकन ॲज नेगेटिव्ह. आता दुसरं बघा, आता हा पहा, आता काय होतंय? I2ची डायरेक्शन कशी आहे? ट्रेसिंगच्या विरुद्ध आहे, म्हणजे मग मला काय येणार? प्लस येणार. हा प्लस. आता हे फक्त बाहेरचं सर्किट इथं काढून दाखवलं ACDFA, बरोबर. ही खालची बॅटरी ही, आणि हे 2 रेजिस्टन्सेस, हे 2 रेजिस्टन्सेस बाहेरचे. सो एनिवे, नाव थर्ड. आता हा पहिला कंपोनंट झाला, हा दुसरा झाला. आता तिसरा बॅटरीची डायरेक्शन. बॅटरीची डायरेक्शन काय सांगते? इफ यू गो फ्रॉम डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग कसं आहे, नेगेटिव्हपासून पॉझिटिव्हकडे असलं तर पॉझिटिव्ह, नाहीतर नेगेटिव्ह. आता बघा ट्रेसिंग कसं आहे, हे ट्रेसिंग E2चं करंटचं डायरेक्शन कशी आहे, विरुद्ध. म्हणजे काय झालं आहे, इट गोज फ्रॉम पॉझिटिव्ह टू नेगेटिव्ह. इथं काय सांगितलं, नेगेटिव्ह टू पॉझिटिव्ह, म्हणजे विरुद्ध आहे. आता पॉझिटिव्ह टू नेगेटिव्ह, हॅन्स इट इज नेगेटिव्ह. म्हणजे E2 काय झाला माझा, नेगेटिव्ह. त्याच्यानंतर I2 R5, ह्या दोन्हीचं काय तयार झालं, I2 R5चं काय तयार झालं, पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स. हा पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स झाला. याचं नोटेशन काय, डायरेक्शन, ट्रेसिंग डायरेक्शन. ते कसे आहेत, सेम आहेत का, नाही. सेम असतं तर नेगेटिव्ह, सेम आहे का, नाही, म्हणजे काय आलं, पॉझिटिव्ह. सो हिअर I2 RF इज टेकन ॲज पॉझिटिव्ह. झालं. आता बाहेरचा इथं R1वर येणार. आता R1मध्ये कोणता करंट आहे, हा I1. ट्रेसिंग आणि I1चं डायरेक्शन दोन्ही कसे आहे, सेम. देअरफॉर अगेन सेम म्हणलं तर मायनस. सो हिअर इट इज टेकन ॲज I1 R1 इज इक्वल टू नेगेटिव्ह. आणि E1चं काय, नाव द करंट, डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेसिंग द करंट इज फ्रॉम नेगेटिव्ह, direction of tracing of the current is from negative terminal to positive, negative to positive. मग EMF काय घ्यायचा, पॉझिटिव्ह. therefore E1 is positive. आता हे इक्वेशनच्या स्वरूपात लिहायचं असं. now taking the above equation, पहिलं काय आहे, -I1 R2, दुसरं काय आहे, +I2 R4, तिसरं काय, -E2, इथं E2. हे सगळे घ्यायचे, एकत्र लिहायचे, and this forms the equation equal to 0. So this is the equation which is obtained by means of second law, that is Kirchhoff voltage law. Now rearranging the terms, फक्त रिअरेंज केलं आहे. E1 पुढं घेतला आहे, हा E1 पुढं घेतला आहे, प्लस E2 मायनस जवळ घेतला आहे, आणि बाकीचे I1 टर्म्स एकत्र घेतले. सो इक्वेशन बिकम्स E1 मायनस E2 मायनस I1 इंटू R1 प्लस R2 प्लस I2 in the bracket R4 plus R5 is equal to 0. So in case of first section of loop we have got one equation. Similarly we want to find for the second loop. आता हे बघा, इथलं जे इक्वेशन, आता दुसरा लूप काय येणार आहे, वरचा हाफ येणार आहे, A B E F A. So here I have drawn it again. Okay, starting direction of traversing तसंच आहे. ओके, सो फर्स्ट पहिला कंपोनंट कोणता येतो आहे, R2 I1 R2, तो नेगेटिव्ह आहे. दुसरा R3, इथं बॅटरी राहिली लावायची. एनिवे, सो हिअर ड्यू टू दिस, आता इथं 1 minute. Okay, this is correct figure, ABEFA, मेन फिगर विथ लाईक दिस. वरचा हाफ सेक्शन घेतला आहे, आता तो स्टडी करतोय मी. मग तो घेताना पुन्हा तेच साइन कन्व्हेन्शन पहिल्या ह्याच्यात दिसतंय. आता डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रॅव्हर्सिंग आहे तसाच आहे, from A, B, E, F, A. Now the current I1 is flowing through R2. So potential difference formed is I1 R2. मग आता दोन्ही कसे आहेत, डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रॅव्हर्सिंग आणि करंटचे डायरेक्शन काय सेम. सो निगेटिव्ह, तर साईन दिला निगेटिव्ह. त्याच्यानंतर तोच करंट आतमध्ये पास होतोय. पुन्हा डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रॅव्हर्सिंग आणि फ्लो ऑफ करंट सेम आहे, मायनस साईन I1 + I2 R3. पुन्हा याच्यातूनही तोच डायरेक्शन आहे, म्हणजे तिन्हींचे पण काय आहे, डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रॅव्हर्सिंग आणि फ्लोचा करंट सारखा आहे. म्हणून हे तिन्ही बी पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स मायनस. आणि शेवटची बॅटरी डायरेक्शन कुठून आहे, निगेटिव्ह टू पॉझिटिव्ह. सो इट इज प्लस. सो वी गेट अ इक्वेशन E1 minus I1 R2 plus R1 into bracket minus into bracket I1 plus I2 into R3 is equal to 0. So this is how we are analyzing the loops separately, and finally we are going to consider a last loop, that is lower loop, B, C, D, E, B. Now if you look, direction of traversing is like this. So direction of current due to battery E2 is in the opposite direction. So I2 into R4 direction is opposite to traversing, therefore positive I2 R4. Batteries. आता direction of traversing is from positive terminal to negative terminal. ही अशी traversing direction आहे ना आपली. Direction it goes from like this to this, anti-clockwise. तर डायरेक्शन कशी आहे, पॉझिटिव्ह E2चा टू नेगेटिव्हला. म्हणजे काय झालं, ह्या नियमानुसार पॉझिटिव्ह टू निगेटिव्ह, म्हणजे हे काय आहे, निगेटिव्ह टू पॉझिटिव्ह, म्हणजे याच्या विरुद्ध अदरवाईज म्हणजे मायनस. सो E2 बिकम्स मायनस. ठीक. त्याच्यानंतर I2 R5, डायरेक्शन ऑफ I2 R5 इट इज ऑपोजिट, हॅन्स पॉझिटिव्ह. तसंच याच्या बाबतीत बी आहे, I1 + I2 into R3, sign is positive. Taking all these sign conventions, we write this equation I2 R4 minus E2 plus I2 R5 plus I1 in the bracket I1 plus I2 into R3 is equal to 0. So this is the method of using the technique of currents, the Kirchhoff law. And finally, if you see that this summation of IR tells represents that potential difference, that is total energy spent in sending a unit charge around the circuit. म्हणजे आपल्याला हा चार्ज जो आहे इथून इथपर्यंत यायला, that is called as the total energy spent. आणि summation of E म्हणजे काय, energy, total energy supplied to send the unit charge around the circuit. म्हणजे बॅटरीचा रोल काय आहे, चार्जला अराउंड द सर्किट फिरवायचं असेल तर that is called as the summation of E. Hence, this is all about the sign convention. Today we'll stop here.